Hello and welcome to yet another episode of What to Pick. This is the video series where I go over a few different starting hands and explain what I would pick and why. And in today's first hand we have a decision between Cheung Mars and UNMI. Cheung Mars is pretty solid. Let's go with that corp for now. And okay, we have Great Aquifer. We're playing on Tharsis. Great Aquifer is pretty nice on Tharsis. That could also be an option for UNMI because it gives you an immediate TR step. Acquired Space Agency is also really nice, gives you more starting capital and draws you more cards. Donation is pretty flexible. Let's go with ASA for now. We have kelp farming. I think this could be a pretty good UNMI hand. Let's talk this through. You go with UNMI here. Let's say we go with UNMI. Let's say it like that. Definitely pick up Great Aquifer. And then you either pick Nitrogen Shipment because that gives you a plant rod and you can combo that with the other plant rod you have on your starting hand. And it also gives you a TR step, which could be useful for Terraformer. Donation and ASA are also quite nice because UNMI has pretty low starting capital and you can use all the economic help you can get. Let's say for now we go with Donation because we don't have many space tags on hand that we immediately want to play. The cool thing with Great Aquifer here is there are 2 oceans already down and we have Nitromoss and kelp farming. So we just need 1 more ocean to play Nitromoss from any of these opponents here. And a few more oceans to play kelp farming, and that's one of the strongest cards in the game, definitely S tier. So that's something you can think about. You want to pick up lava flows for sure, because you can play that in the 2nd gen to enable your ability. Then you want to pick up Nitromoss and kelp farming for sure. And I'd also pick up Archaebacteria just to combo that with the other plant prod cards. And now we can think about, do we really need Donation or ASA? Or do we want to pick up Nitrogen Shipment maybe? Because if we pick up Nitrogen Shipment, we play Archaebacteria 1st gen. We already have 2 plant prod. And if we get another ocean from any of these other players and just pick up 2 plants with the oceans that we place, we can play Nitromoss and immediately have 4 plant prod. And that would mean that in Gen 3 we have 8 plants, and that's really, really good because then we can use the plant conversion for our ability. Of course, in Gen 3 we would be last player, so that's pretty risky. But maybe you can also combine the plants you get from the ocean and from placing lava flows to place a greenery in Gen 2. That's also a possibility. So what would I pick up? I'd probably go with Nitrogen Shipment and Great Aquifer. Of course, Donation and ASA, as I said, are also pretty good. I'd pick up Lava Flows for sure. Mineral Deposit is pretty nice. Nitromoss, kelp farming, Archaebacteria. Definitely these 5. You have 5 starting capital more with Nitrogen Shipment. So we have 45. 45 minus 15, that's 30. We play Archaebacteria and we go down to 24. User ability, go down to 21. So we have a lot of capital left. You can think about fish plus imported nitrogen. Then you just need a microbe collecting card for that to pay off. However, with all that plant prod that you have in hand and no heat control, except of course lava flows, fish will go down pretty late, so maybe you don't want to pick up fish. But you can think about that. It's an option. I'd probably go with just these 5 cards. And hope that we draw either card draw or more reliable terraforming bumps in the next drafts. And yeah, if you want to not go UNMI and want to go with Cheung Mars, I'd probably pick up Great Aquifer and ASA. And then I'd definitely pick up fish, lava flows, mineral deposit, colonizer training camp. I'd still pick up Nitromoss, kelp farming, Archaebacteria, and imported nitrogen. Because you have a little bit more starting capital, you have discounts on building tags, you have a little bit of MC prod, And generally, you're not forced to do a TR bump every gen. So you're a little bit more free with Cheung Mars with what you want to do. But yeah, that was the first starting hand. I think it's pretty interesting. Let's go to the second one. All right, the second one is a decision between Credicor and Mining Guild. Credicor, of course, one of the strongest corps in the game. Let's pick that for now. Okay, we have at least one tile placement prelude here. Polar Industries. We're playing on Hellas, by the way. So that's pretty nice for Mining Guild. And for Credicor, we have Money Prod, which is really nice. You can definitely be cool with the hits to your starting capital because you have so much. And then the Money Prod for Business Empire is just really good. And then Eccentric Sponsor, also pretty good prelude, if you have a nice card for that. But it looks like you don't. It's an interesting starting hand for sure. Yeah, I'd probably go with Credicor. Maybe Polar Industries, Business Empire. Pick up Convoy and Towing. And then with Polar Industries, you pick up 2 plants. With Towing, you pick up 4. If you place them both up here. Yeah, that doesn't really work out. It's a little bit sad. My thinking was, can I somehow get to 8 plants first gen? But it doesn't look like it. This gives you 4 plants if you place it on 2 plants. And then the prelude gives you also 2 plants, so you're up to 6 plants. But that's not enough. That's not really an option. And the fact that we don't have any other heat prod, I think, yeah, we don't, makes me really not want to pick up Polar Industries. Problem is, we also don't have a really good card for Eccentric Sponsor. You could play Towing a Comet, but I'd rather save Towing a Comet for later, when it means that I can place that and immediately convert my plants into a greenery. And IO Research Outpost is just a little bit weak. You pay a lot on this outpost, on this prelude for the tax. Business Empire here seems to be the clear winner. You could think about just picking up some titanium with Polar Industries. That's all right. And with Credicor, I'd probably pick up Convoy from Europa still. I'd pick up Towing, Imported Nitrogen, Acquired Company. And then we can think about the other ones. You can be really annoying with Urbanized and Commercial District. But you don't have any Power Prod or Steel Prod here, so I don't really like these cards. Capital is surely quite nice for Credicor because you get that 4 MC discount. The problem is Hellas is the worst map for Capital. There is no 3 ocean spot here where you can place that. So that's a little bit sad. But you could still pick it up if you want to. I mean, you can use it as a normal city card with some bonuses from the ocean placement. Other than that, that's basically it, I think. I don't really see that there's a line for Mining Guild. You could go Mining Guild with Polar Industries and Business Empire. You place your ocean on the 2 titanium, get your steel prod up a little bit, and then you also pick up Convoy for sure. With that titanium, you can place Convoy then here on the steel and get another steel prod. And then you can think about picking up all of these steel cards here. Problem still, you don't have any power prod, but many power prod cards are actually building tax, so you can pick them up in the draft and play them pretty cheaply as Mining Guild. I'd still pick up Towing a Comet. Think about Imported Nitrogen. We have nothing to combo it with, and we don't get a discount on it as with Credicor, so there's maybe not really a reason to pick it up. Quiet Company surely is a good card. But the thing is, in general, with Mining Guild, that prelude games tend to be so fast that the ability doesn't really pay off in that time. So I probably prefer Credicor here. Yeah, as I said, you just pick up these 2 preludes, go with these 5 cards at least, and then you can think about Urbanized Area, you can think about Commercial District. but the other ones are really not that good. So yeah, I'd probably go with this. And let's get to the last hand. All right, and on our last hand, we have a decision between Ecoline and Tharsis. With Tharsis, you don't need such a specific starting hand as with Ecoline, but I think if you have the right hand, Ecoline is much stronger than Tharsis. So let's pick up Ecoline for now. And okay, we have biofuels, which is normally not a prelude that I like that much, but it's quite nice for Ecoline, giving you a bit of plant prod, and also 2 plants, which means that you only need 2 more in the starting gen to convert to a greenery. I'd never pick up Smelting Plant as Ecoline, except if I have Methane from Titan on hand. But if you don't, then getting these 2 oxygen bumps on your prelude just removes 2 oxygen bumps from this from the parameter, and you could do these 2 oxygen bumps with your plants. So I'd probably pick up Donation here, which actually combos quite nicely with Ecoline because they have such a little amount of starting capital. Natural Preserve, and then Earth Office Media Group, really good. Natural Preserve is a top tier card for Ecoline. It's an early tile placement prelude, and it gives us the 2 plants that we need actually for a conversion. And Imported Hydrogen. That's also a top tier card for Ecoline because it gives you 5 plants immediately, and that's really, really good for converting to a greenery. Other than that, I'd pick up the card draw from Inventor's Guild. And you can think about geothermal power, because maybe you draw some power hungry cards, maybe city cards, or you can use the power just to get some heat prod rolling. But other than that, I'd probably stick with these 6 cards. Let's go through the cards I wouldn't pick up. So Physics Complex doesn't fit Ecoline at all. This is designed for a long game, and Ecoline excels as a short game, so never pick this up as Ecoline. Then Hackers is just an atrocious card. You could pick this up on this hand because you have that 1 power prod for free, but you don't know which opponent will be the stronger one in the first gen, and you need to play this first gen to have the most impact. And also that negative point just kind of sucks. Yeah, I'd never pick up Hackers actually. SF Memorial, again, that's a card that you only want to play if you need the building tag for Builder, or if you're white or a Changqing Mars, have some discounts on that, or if you draw it for free and have steel laying around. Then it's a pretty nice card, but I'd not pick it up just to play it in the starting hand. And then Vesta Shipyard, it's really expensive for the Titanium Prod. You pay a lot for the point and the Jovian tag. Doesn't really make sense as Ecoline. Yeah, I'd probably just pick up these 6 cards and these 2 preludes, and that's basically it. It's pretty easy decision for Ecoline here. And we're not playing, the only sad thing is we're playing on Hellas again, not on Tharsis. So the only prelude that favors you here is Polar Explorer, and you don't really want to place your greeneries down here. Yeah, that's a bummer. So you can't get Gardener or Mayor here for Tharsis. And there's also no Landlord in the game. So that's a bit sad. And I also don't really see a line for Tharsis here. I just pick up Ecoline. Ecoline with these 2 preludes and the 6 cards I told you earlier. It's a really strong starting hand, and I think that's it. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this episode of What to Pick, and definitely let me know in the comments if you had decided differently. And yeah, until then, see you next time, and have a good one. Goodbye.